We joined SAMS 25 years ago, my wife Nikki and I. The shawl was started by 3 families, and we came along to the very first service. The time we joined SAMS, we just got married and moved to St Albans. We were invited or responded to an advert in the Jewish Chronicle to come and meet some people who were thinking of setting up a community. My most memorable moments are mainly revolve around our own life cycle events as a family. Our 3 children were born into the community. We have 3 daughters. We very fondly remember their baby blessings in the fairly early days of the community, and then more recently the Benot Mitzvah.
Joined SAMS 20 years ago. It felt smaller, friendly, inclusive. We went to Amsterdam with a youth group at the time, which was called Nuts, so that was pretty good. And then my mother-in-law, after my father-in-law died, my mother-in-law Trudy used to come down for Pesach with her roset in her bag on the train, and she'd come down for Rosh Hashanah, so they were really nice special moments.
I joined SAMS 10 years ago. It felt like joining a family. My most memorable moment at SAMS was going on the trip to Poland in 2011. I was lucky enough to join the trip, and we had Kitty along as a survivor, and it was just a really life-changing trip.
Joined SAMS 15 years ago.
One night, Simon and I, when we had just moved to St Albans, we went out for a walk, and we walked down our road, and we saw a mezuzah on the door. We had nothing to lose, so we decided to knock on the door. And we knocked on the door, and this man opened, who turned out to be Rabbi Bloom. And he said, "Please come in." We explained we were Jewish and that we'd just moved to St Albans. And he said, "Please come in." And we said who we were, and he said, "I was expecting you." And we were surprised. And it had turned out that Lawrence Harris's parents and my in-laws,
Who were both from Birmingham,
had told the rabbi that we were coming to St Albans, and we didn't know about it, so that's how we got involved with SAMS. Our next memorable moment at SAMS was Reese's Bar Mitzvah, when the whole community came out to celebrate with us his achievement and his Bar Mitzvah, and was when he finished his reading and looking round to see that the whole community were in tears, and so was Rabbi Jeremy in tears.
Chose SAMS because our daughter Lisa and her family were already members, and when the boys were bar mitzvahed, Jonny and Harry, we were made to feel so very welcome.
Our most memorable moment in SAMS is Ufruf that we had here. That was lovely having all of mine and a lot of her family in synagogue, and seeing loads of friends and all members of the community and things like that. Definitely where it is. I think there's not only a difference in the fact that this synagogue used to be based in churches and is now in an industrial estate, but the fact that it's in St Albans. It's an outlying synagogue. It's almost nowhere near Jewish people.
I think that what makes SAMS special is that so many long-term members and founding members are still a core part of the community, and so it maintains a feeling of a deep friendship and family.
I like the way, for example, Rachel's bar mitzvah, she did everything that the boys would have done. And I really like the outward-facing community side to the shul. So, for example, the mitzvah days, Sunflowers, which I've been quite involved with, which is, of course, our multi-faith under-5 toddler group.
You always feel comfortable there. You're always made to feel comfortable, whether you go frequently or infrequently, whether you participate or don't participate. It's a very non-judgmental and accepting environment.
will come upon us, peace will come upon us, peace will come upon us and everyone.